Hi, Pickles. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. How are you today? Well, I have been fully immersed in the Keto Summit because I bought that all access pass for $47. And even though it doesn't start until this would be yesterday, Sunday, September 25th, anything that's already recorded, you have access to, plus all kinds of bonus interviews that won't show up on the free access. So I am fully immersed in all of the keto ways, and it's very, very interesting to listen to the people that are at the top of their field. And right now, I'm listening to a man. He has a bit of an accent, Louis Villasenor, and he's a young man that was kind of bullied as a fat little boy, and he did all the things that are very common to us females. And his mother, or he, got himself to a nutritionist, and he was able to lose the weight, but then it comes roaring back, of course. And then he was able to figure out, oh, if I don't eat and really starve myself, then I can lose all this weight. And at one point he weighed 46 kilometers, and I'm not quite sure what that means. Is that like less than 100 pounds or something? And he was a very young boy, like 12 or 14, I guess, when he was starting to mess with his metabolism. So now he's a bodybuilder, and he trains women. And he said he trains people, and most of his clients are women. And he says there's nothing more beautiful than a 50-year-old woman that wants to reshape her body, redefine her body. And she's eating keto, and he helps pull it all together with weightlifting and free weights as well as barbells. And it's really cool. So another one was talking about it was the master classes that they offer that, again, are not from the free access. And what this one man, Dr. Tommy Woods, who's one of the producers of the whole Megillah, one of the things that he kept referring to was the structure, discipline, and consistency of your program. And here's where it involves everybody that's listening. Whether you're Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, counting calories, MyFitnessPal, keto, low carb, high fat, if there's a difference, all of the different things, no matter what you are, being structured and disciplined and consistent is what is wicked, wicked important. And so, that happens with me. First with my tracker, I think I'm fighting off a sneeze. Itchy nose, kiss a fool, have a fight, right? And so the structure and the discipline and the consistency is day after day. And it's not droning on and on. It's a privilege for me to be on this keto, high carb, low fat, Freudian, low carb, high fat lifestyle and way of eating. And knowing that I did it yesterday, and I have the proof. I can look at my tracker in my Lose It, or I could look at what the my little weight book says. I can go back and refer to that. I have lots of places. I have that pair of jeans. We all have them, don't we? When that pair of jeans is fitting us just right, and or is even getting looser, like you say, you dry them on hot now, and as soon as you put them on, they're already too loose. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. I hope you didn't spend over $100 on them, but alas, sometimes we do that. Take them to a consignment shop is what I say. So consistency and structure and discipline, that's what makes a person successful. It doesn't make somebody perfect and gloating. It makes them know that in their day-to-day that they aren't going to be swayed by something. They aren't going to be, when confronted with something, they aren't going to cave and say, well, okay, I was trying not to have that all weekend, but you asked, right? It's knowing that, no, I have my food program. I have plenty of healthy fats. I have plenty of leafy greens. I'm having a very small serving of berries. I'm having small servings of protein. I'm whittling down how many times a day I eat, because I'm beginning to hear that it's best that I do, maybe 2 large meals a day. These people, these men that I was listening to, I haven't listened to a woman yet, but she's coming up, Maria, and she talks about how to feed kids and how to handle stress, and I think every woman's world, which I look forward to. But it's knowing what your body can handle and how comfortable you are, and how food, you can still enjoy it and savor every bite, but you're not living for the next bite, the next meal, the next treat. And so, we talk a lot about that here with the addiction to things that might not be nutritionally dense, that might just be psychologically satisfying our food addict, and not, there's nothing in it. And it just is taking up space in your belly and telling you that you had a treat because you deserved it, because you had points left, you had calories left, it's in the refrigerator or the freezer, right? And so you don't want to be doing that to yourself. That's why the keto food plan is really, it's the best thing I ever came across, because it simplifies things for me and it makes it easy. And I know the parameters of my food plan, and I don't venture off into knowing that I've got some extra either space on my tracker or or what calories or points I allow myself, so I can go shopping in my house for goodies that might fit, and they might not necessarily be healthy choices, right? So with a low-carb, high-fat keto plan, it really becomes quite simple and very, very satisfying. I'm watching a lot of videos of regular women like me and you that are doing it one day at a time, and they're adapting, they're fat adapting, they're losing their cravings for sugar. The only thing I don't like about the keto website that I watch is that people seem to collect these sugar-free syrups to put in their coffees, and it's kind of looking like a liquor cabinet or something. That would be the wet bar, right? And so they're still allowing the artificial sugars, which can stall or hamper or derail. Psychologically, if I'm having a sweet outside of my berries, then I might start thinking, oh, this isn't so bad. I've been good. My weight's been stable. I have to be very, very careful about that. That is not going to be a good place for me. And so I did have a sliver of a sugar item yesterday. No flour, no crust. But in full disclosure, I did have a sliver of a coconut cream pie that Greg brought home. And there was space left in my day. And it was a very extremely rare and appropriate. The last time I had that was probably 3 or 4 years ago, even before I went low-carb, high-fat keto. And so I know it was a dangerous neighborhood that I stepped into, but that's a wrap. And the item is in a place in the downstairs fridge where I'm not looking at it. And so visually it's out of my sight, and definitely today it's out of my sight in my head, and knowing that I'm having it. And how do I make sure? Because I've put in my tracker all the things that I'm going to eat today, and so I know I'm safe. And I love nothing more than knowing my roadmap of the day is all laid out, and that's part of the structure and the discipline that I need in my food journey and recovery. So I hope that you are structured, disciplined, and consistent. It truly is, if everybody put what their structured discipline consistency was below, you would see 50 different, not that many people comment, but, you would see every single one is a different one. Why is that? Because people have worked really hard at discovering what works for them and eliminating anything that's questionable, anything that's not nutritionally dense. Is this item nutritionally dense? No. Well, then I need to work on not having it. Am I still craving sugars? Then maybe I shouldn't be having this item. Maybe I need to look at those sugar-free syrups I'm putting into my coffees every morning. Am I still craving grains? Well, maybe I need to work on not having them and maybe looking at the low-carb lifestyle and seeing that having grains and having sugar creates cravings that must be served in our head for the like same. So if I'm having a grain thing every single day and beginning to crave it, then I have to look at where my addict is behind the wheel. And I'm there with the roadmap in the bad neighborhood. The sane and structured, disciplined and consistent person no longer has the wheel, no longer has the safety. The only thing I got going for me is my seatbelt as my addict runs the show. I don't want my addict running the show. And so if you're in slippery slopes with grains or sugar, I'm telling you that this way of eating, not just me, but a gazillion books and experts and other people and Facebook pages and YouTube podcasts, all kinds of free, delicious, yummy, high-fat help is out there for you that will help you with the cravings. I don't have the sugar cravings anymore. That was clearly a visual thing that happened to me yesterday. And it was a sliver, and it won't happen again for a long, 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 long time. He will eat the entire pie. He can. He's skinny and doesn't have the same psychological issues that I have. So, work on that consistency, that discipline, and that structure, and try to eliminate things that have no business in your belly. They're just taking up the space. They're satisfying the addict up here and not anything nutritional that will benefit your health. Just take a look at it, okay? This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Just a mini smackdown and a full disclosure. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Monday. It's not messy, is it? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.